Heading out to do a job, but of course, gotta get some Taco Bell in. Next one we're getting ready to in-frame. It's Dad's bus. It's gonna be in town for a few weeks, so he decided it was time we tear it apart and go through it.
Our drinking buddy Leroy is bringing us our booze.
Sit, Leroy.
Now I know what hair of the dog means.
Sit. Go
I really hope there's not hair in my shot.
All right, Tyler.
All right, how do we work this?
Just turn it.
Turn it?
90 degrees. And then tip the barrel this way, probably. Uh-oh.
They're not going to work.
Just pull the plug out. Get your glass.
Get your shot glass.
Get your glass on
Oh!
Oh.
Leroy was not a fan. Oh.
It's like trying to pee in a glass.
Tilt it a little more. See what we got. I got. What is it we're taking here?
It's single barrel Jack Daniels.
Oh.
Here's to having fun, not getting mad at each other, and doing something we'll remember forever.
I really shouldn't have stayed a bunch of Taco Bell.
So, yeah, I got the coolant out of it. I'm going to drain the oil next. Tyler called the top end, so I get the dirty part.
I'm helping you, so that means I don't have to lay on the ground.
Tyler is my son. He's Indiana Mobile Diesel, a.k.a. Bus Grease Monkey Jr., as we call him. Yeah, he's going to pull the head off and all that stuff. We're going to start tearing into it, so we'll video some of it as we go, but some of it's really, you know, doesn't need a video. The coolant manifold needs to come off of the back in order to come out. The air cleaner parts will come down there. We will use an engine hoist to lift that head off because the head weighs a couple hundred pounds. It's really too, like a 6V71. The two of us together can lift a head on it, but this one is just too much to do by yourself.
I mean, I tried lifting that 871 head out of a MCI compartment by myself once, and I regretted that the next day.
Yeah, it's just too much. So he'll start taking everything off that attaches to the head, basically. The first step we need to do is remove the head.
It's coming apart here. Got the hat off, air baths are dropped, intake tubes off. Top of the governor is taken apart. Started pulling injector lines on it.
Shot done.
Yeah, we did shots, I forgot about that. We got the bumper swung out. It's going. I might. Alright, Dad got the upper coolant lines off. Head stripped, pretty much ready to come off. Got everything off the blower. Coolant lines are disconnected, oil feed lines off. Disconnected the drive gear. It's ready to pull. Yeah, that's definitely been pushing oil through for a while.
It has been.
Can you see in the liners at all? How they look?
That looks pretty crappy on the side. That one looks fine.
Dad opened up the battery door. Apparently the plywood rotted out and battery fell. At least it didn't arc out.
Yeah.
Just have a random fire out the side of your bus. It's always a good time. Got the head pulled off, pushed back. All that oil in there is just from taking the head off. Same with the coolant. Decent spray pattern. This piston is quite a bit newer than the rest. That one was replaced when he bought it. When we drove back from North Carolina, it had a bent rod in it. So we tore it down and got a new cylinder kit on that hole. I don't know if you can see down in there though. The air box is definitely wet. But it's coming along decent. Probably about 3.5 hours or so into it. All we got to do now is drop the oil pan. We can start pushing rods out of it. We've got one rod and piston pushed out, one main cap off, oil pans off. Somehow Even though I said I was working on the top side, I ended up having to crawl under the bus and do that. It seems like it always ends up working that way. Top ring is seized. Rod bearing looks pretty good. Main bearings, though, they were definitely ready to get replaced. Yeah, it's 10 times easier than it was a second ago. Just pulling the liner out. Your phone shoots a lot better wide angle than mine does. All the exhaust ports look good. None of them's wet or anything. Oh, there's that spinning with it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was more making sure that I got both these on recording you and not just drifting off in some random direction.
I have the second slide a wrench on the end of it. As easy as it.
No, that's a different number. 519-7565. I don't think that's what you said. That's not what I said.
I'll have to look here in a second.
I thought you said it.
This is what happens when you let the bus grease monkey get a hold of your tools.
Huh?
Took us about 5.5 hours, but the engine's stripped down. So tomorrow morning, he'll put the order in for all the parts to in-frame it, and then we're going to go ahead and take the head to the machine shop and get it cleaned up and ready to go.